Come here. Come here. Okay, get this on film. Look at this. This dog, the most expensive dog on the island of Puerto Rico. When we found him, his eye had burst. He was bleeding. His ear was bleeding. Out of both ears, he was bleeding. We took him from the mountains of Caguas straight to the vet. He cost us $2,000, and it hasn't stopped, guys. He wanted to identify as a one-eyed Rottweiler, so we took out his left eye. Now he wants to identify as a one-eyed, one-eared dog, so we've taken off his right ear. We should have named him Lucky, not Baxter, but he's a good boy. All right, guys, we're gonna have some fun today. Adam and Adan have given me some videos to watch. I have seen some of them, haven't seen others. These are people that I like, that I respect, that are putting stuff out on the YouTubes. We say that we have a different opinion of things. A lot of times here on this channel, we think differently. That's something that I claim. So let's see if it's really true, right? Let's hear some guys talk about real estate.
3 golden rule of real estate investing. Number 1, you gotta buy right. The key is you gotta buy property where you can add value and force value so you have sweat equity right at the beginning. Number 2, you gotta buy in the right location. You want to find a location where it has good appreciation and good high rent to cover your mortgage. Number 3, you don't want to buy on emotion. You want to buy on number. Learn how to evaluate the deal to know what kind of deal you got. If it don't make sense, don't force it.
All right, so that's Thatch Nguyen. You guys see him on YouTube all the time. He's great. He is a buy and hold real estate investor. And so his 3 rules, buy right, of course, that is the key, right? Like, so buying something well fixes all of the problems that will come after that. So actually, I agree with him on this one. I actually think that his 3rd rule, where don't buy on emotion, should be a part of rule number 1, right? So you want to buy it right. Number 2, he talks about buying in the right area. And so not that I think that's wrong, because I don't. Obviously, area is important, and you want to buy the worst property that you can find in the best area you can afford. But I want to say this, I've made a fortune buying in areas on the other side of the tracks in places that many people would say, oh, I would never buy there. Or I hear this one all the time. Like, they hear that I've bought in Pine Hills, Florida, and they say, oh, I would never live in Pine Hills, Florida. The people who live there, they pay proportionately higher rents than people who live in the gated community. So it's a proportionate amount of your revenues. It's much higher when you're in the lower end. Anyways, back to the videos. Let's go watch another one.
A lot of times private money lenders, let's say I'm going to go fix and flip a property, and I go, here's the house I need to borrow money for. And they go look it up and they go, man, it didn't sell for 300 and it's been on the market for 200 days. And you think you're going to buy it at 300 and then you're going to go put it on the market in 6 months at 500 grand? I don't think so. If it didn't sell for 300 today, it's not going to sell for 500 later. I'm like, Mr. Private Money Lender, I know how real estate works. I know I'm going to go put money into this, add some square footage, whatever it may be, and I can go sell this for $500,000.
All right. So I'm going to disagree with Pace here, and I'm going to look at this through the lens of a private money lender. So we do lend hard money or private money, and we are also real estate investors, and we know how real estate works as well. And actually, if Pace is bringing me something at $300,000 and telling me he's going to sell it at $500,000, I probably could get on board with that and believe in him. But if you're starting out and you've never done this before and you're bringing something to a hard money lender and you're trying to convince them, you'd better have a damn good track record of success that you can point to show that you're able to do something, right? So I sort of disagree. I think that when you're going to a hard money lender, you need to abide by their rules, and they're going to have set parameters. They're going to lend 80% of your purchase, for instance. Me, if I'm going to come alongside you as a hard money partner, I want to see you have skin in the game, at least the first couple of times that we're in business together. Then if you've been successful 2, 3, 4, 5 times and you bring me something and you say, hey, I need to stretch it a little bit. I need you to lend 100% of the purchase price. Once you've got a proven track record, yeah, sure, that makes sense. So I hate to disagree with Pace more because I think he's brilliant. Anyways, check out his content because he is brilliant and he does do a lot of really good content. Oh, my man, Jerry Norton. Let's see what Jerry's got to say in this video.
Jerry, as a Christian, how can we feel good about wholesaling when it feels like I'm taking advantage? You say we're solving a problem, but it feels like most wholesalers try to squeeze every penny they can. Now, this is a common misconception about wholesaling. It completely diminishes a free market system where people can engage in trading goods and services. This idea that if I make money as a buyer, then automatically I took advantage of a seller. That completely dismisses basic economics in a free trade society. That idea completely negates a seller's role in a transaction and his agency to make informed decisions.
All right, so in this video, Jerry's talking about the efficacy, I guess, of being a property wholesaler, and he looks at it from the lens of a wholesaler, and he sees the good that wholesalers do bring to the table. I believe that any wholesaler that is actually trying to take all of the money out of the deal and get just every dollar, not leaving any meat on the bone for the end user, for the end buyer, or the guy like me. I buy from wholesalers, but I don't buy from the ones that make it so that it's not fun. What's that mean? That means that they have to leave some meat on the bone. They have to allow me to make the lion's share of the money, right? So if I'm going to be the guy who's going to come in and fix it up and then resell it, I need to obviously be getting a good enough deal from the wholesaler that I'm going to go back to the wholesaler and buy it again because I've just made money from him. So if somebody sells me something and they paint a picture and then it doesn't come true, that's a person that I won't do business with twice. So if you're going to be a wholesaler, be careful. Don't take all of the meat off of the bone. Try to leave something there for the next guy. That's really key. You want to be selling volume. You want to sell them house after house after house, not just one deal. Don't take all the money out on every deal. For anyone who's new to real estate investing and you want to go just learn about how to be a wholesaler, this guy, he's the guy. He's the flipping genius.
When they do the to-call, what's the to-call thing?
The due on sale clause.
The due on sale?
Due on sale.
Yeah, the due on sale, they're going to be like, we good with you, man.
Yeah, well, when
They're going to be happier with me than they were with the last guy.
well, it's not even that. There's a technical way to overcome the due on sale clause. I've never lost a home to the due on sale clause. We just overcome it.
You've never had to pay one off?
No.
Nobody's ever pressed you?
I've never heard one person in my life ever having to pay one off. I've heard 10 of them called due in my total existence in this game. People really, really experienced. My title company in Texas has done 10,000 of these transactions in one building. 35 years, 10,000 transactions. They've seen 10 called due, 0 had to get paid off.
Wow.
Okay, so it's incredibly rare.
All right, so I completely agree with Pace Morby here. And I love Grant Cardone, his confidence and sort of arrogance. Hey, they're going to be happy that it's me. They're going to know it's me. Yeah, they are, Grant, and probably they will be happier that you're the one paying the payments now. But what Pace says is really the key here. This due on sale clause, this is a big objection that we get from the chicken littles out there. They'll hear that we're going to take something over subject to a loan, and they'll say, oh, you can't do that. Oh, that's illegal. Oh, the bank's going to call the due on sale. That's a bunch of guys. They never call the due on sale clause, especially if you're making the payments, right? So if you come in and you find someone who's behind on their mortgage payments and you catch them up with the bank and you then have that guy deed you the property and you start making payments to the bank's going to take your money. I believe, as someone who's done this not nearly as much as Pace Morby, I believe that once they've taken my money 5, 6, 7 times, that they've automatically assigned the loan to me and that I no longer have any worry about a due on sale clause. And because I'm bold about it, so I'm bold about it. I just start making the payments straight from my name every month to them. Don't say anything. If the bank cashes the check, haven't I assumed the loan? Anyways, they don't call them due. It's a misnomer. It is something that's in every mortgage, so that's real. There is such a thing as a due on sale clause, and all the mortgages have them, but it's just not something that's worth worrying about. Well, what's this? Like new. Wow. Yeah, that's what landlords be like. That's true. Paint over everything. Don't care. Oh my God. 5 years left on the roof. We'll wait 5 years to replace the roof. It's a business, guys. That is true. Hopefully you guys aren't going to be slumlords. So take care of your properties, take care of your tenants. We've found as landlords, and we've been landlords now for several years, hundreds of properties. The better the house looks, the better we take care of stuff, the higher rents we get, the better tenants we get. So try not to be a slumlord. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants to see that stuff. So just do better than this video. But yeah, that's pretty accurate. I've seen it again and again.
Currently paying out $12 million a year in interest payments. And I used to pay about 5 or 6. That's $35,000 a day I have to pay the bank.
Ouch.
A day.
How many employees do you have now?
About 800.
800. What's that a month?
340,000 a month. That's 10 grand a day.
Wow. So Ben Mala, he's one of my favorite guys to watch on the YouTube. He's absolutely no nonsense, fun to watch, does tons of deals. And we do lots of similar type stuff, not nearly in Ben's level. Man, that kind of interest a year, $12 million. Holy that's a lot of money that he's spending in interest payments, right? $35,000 a day plus $10,000 a day for employees. The guy is employing over 800 people. I mean, anybody who thinks that somebody like this is just in it to just make some money, and yes, he is a wealthy man and he is trying to make some money, but he's doing so much good. I mean, you're talking about employing 800 people. He's just a guy who drives around in his car and buys some freaking real estate. And he started out, and he says it in this video. He said a lot in this video, but he said in this video, you know, he used to be only half as big. So he only had $5 or $6 million in interest payments going out a year. Anyways, go check him out. This guy's really entertaining. He does a lot of great deals in Florida. I'm surprised I've never met him. So if anybody knows Ben and they can introduce me, leave a comment. I'd love to meet that guy.
Where did you get that $1 million net worth?
Real estate is probably the most common way people have achieved wealth. I never made money on a sale. The actual physical liquid money always came from a refinance. I bought hotels for 18, 20 million bucks, but I got loans on them for 25 to 30. And borrowing money from the bank is a non-taxable event. Every time I did a transaction, I would 1031 to another transaction, defer the gains, buy the property, refinance the property, and then take that money, put it in my pocket.
Okay, that's a great video. So this is Graham Stephan, who is probably the best financial guy in the whole world on YouTube. I watched him years ago, and not even that long ago. He went from like having 100,000 subscribers to having over 7 million subscribers during the pandemic, which is awesome. So check out Graham Stephan. But back to Ben again. So Ben comes off as this super simple guy, and in that 30-second clip or whatever we just watched, he just said so much, right? Like, so he's buying things for 18 or 20 million dollars and then refinancing out at 22, 23, 25 million dollars, and he's pulling off those millions of dollars, putting them into the bank, and he doesn't have to pay any income tax. Guys, this is how the rich just continue to get more wealthy and more wealthy and more wealthy. So what I hear when I hear a guy like that talk about that is that he can increase his net worth every day that he buys something. And I've had this thought for a long time too. Every time I go and buy something out there, and I buy a rental property and we're going to increase the cash flow, and we buy something at say 50 cents on the dollar from what it's worth after repaired value, we know that we've got equity. We know that we're going to have cash flow. So how much do you want to grow your net worth? And you can actually back into the number. And that's what Ben is saying there. This guy's brilliant. This guy, Ben, really, you should go check him out. He's very sharp, and he presents himself in just this very low-key, matter-of-fact, simple way, right? So he talks to us like he should talk to us, like we're third graders, right? And just tells you how it is. So I love it. I love that guy. Let's check out this new kid on the block.
Want to retire with passive income? Give this video a like. If you're worried about this market or your retirement account, and you should be, consider becoming a hard money lender or a partner of an experienced real estate investor. This will give you a high return on your capital, safety of being involved in real estate, and if you want more information, watch the pinned comments.
That guy's incredible. Holy mackerel. He's my favorite guy on the internet. Ask my wife. I watch this guy all day long, and you should too. Obviously, I'm having fun with myself here, guys, but we talk a lot on this channel about passive income. We talk a lot about how to get into real estate. It's our desire with this YouTube channel to help anyone who wants to become a real estate investor become a real estate investor. That's what we'd like to see. We like to invite people to partner with us. And so I'll take the opportunity here to invite you guys to get to know us by sending us an email at theflipflopflipperpr@gmail.com. And if you are interested in becoming a real estate investor, or if you are interested in partnering with us, send me an email. Let's get to know each other. That's how it starts. I do believe in this: buy it, fix it up to its highest and best use, create income along the way. We've got a series of successes over the last 25 years that we can look back on, and we're grateful to God for. And we would just love to get to know you, have you guys join us and become part of our community. So yeah, go check out Robbie Krager, the Flip Flop Flipper. he is telling you like it is. Hey guys, if you enjoy this kind of reaction content and me watching these videos and then giving you my take on it, go ahead and leave a comment below. Let me know and we'll do more of it. We had a lot of fun with this. If you've got a video that you've seen on the internet that you want me to react to, put it in the comments below or send me an email at theflipflopflipperpr@gmail.com. Thanks a lot.